When we picture the Lord going up the mountainside, as in Matthew chapter 5, we often imagine a peaceful scene, a teacher on a hill, crowds gathered below. But in the symbolic language of the Bible, a mountain means more than a hilltop. It represents a higher state of love, a raised perspective. And the Lord isn't just climbing a physical slope. He's inviting us to rise in our understanding. And what he gives us there, it's not a list of rules or future rewards. He gives us the Beatitudes. Hi, I'm Howard, pastor of the Roseville New Church, and welcome to Spiritual Shorts. Blessed are the poor in spirit, he begins, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You know, the Beatitudes, they aren't distant ideals or promises for the afterlife. They are stages of spiritual awakening. The Beatitudes describe the inner architecture of a soul that's being reshaped by the Lord. And it begins in emptiness. You know, to be poor in spirit is to recognize that on our own, we are not whole, that we need something higher than ourselves. Paul writes to the Corinthians, God chose the things the world considers foolish to shame the wise. And the prophet Zephaniah speaks of the lowly and humble who trust in the Lord. In the world's eyes, humility looks like weakness. But spiritually, it is the beginning of true wisdom. The proud heart is full of itself, but the humble heart is open and ready to be filled. As we move up the inner ladder of the Beatitudes, we pass through mourning, through hunger, and thirst for righteousness. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for justice, the Lord says, for they shall be satisfied. This isn't about a courtroom. It's about an inner alignment. Sometimes mourning begins when we feel the distance between the life we're living and the love we know is possible. To hunger and thirst for justice is to crave what is right and true so deeply that it becomes part of our very breath. Psalm 146 reminds us, the Lord opens the eyes of the blind and lifts up those who are weighed down. As our hearts grow purer, less entangled in ego, we begin to see more clearly. Blessed are the poor in heart, the Lord says, for they shall see God. That vision is not just something promised after death. It's what happens when our intentions are cleansed of self-interest, when we begin to perceive the divine in all things here and now. Heaven is not only a place we hope to enter, it's a state that we are learning to carry. Each beatitude is not a transaction, it's a transformation. We're not earning rewards. We are being reshaped by the Lord if we let Him. Blessed are the peacemakers, he says, for they shall be called children of God. So, this week, don't look at the Beatitudes as a high bar we're failing to reach. See them as a map, a sacred pattern that unfolds as you turn from self and walk towards love. And when you feel lowly or overlooked or overwhelmed, remember the words of the prophet. Those who are humble will find safety in the Lord. You're not waiting for a blessing. You are building a home for the divine within your own heart. The light is already shining, and the blessing is already beginning. God bless you.